Hello everybody. Oh, actually this is just I was just checking how do these secret agents look, and so through this session we'll do or discuss our next story of our supplementary reader Midnight's Visitor, which is about our secret agent Ossible. Actually, Ossible is a secret agent, and he is staying in a French hotel, and he is waiting for a secret report which will reach to him at midnight. So for the throughout a evening only, he has spent this evening with a writer Fowler who had come to interview him. But talking about Fowler, he was totally disappointed to meet Ossible. Actually, before meeting to Ossible, he was hoping that Ossible would be a secret agent like he had seen in movies, Bond, James Bond 007, and all the descriptions, whatever he had read in the thriller stories. He was hoping that when he would meet Ossible, he would be surrounded by mysterious figures, and there would be the sound of gunshots and pistols, and there would be drugs and wines, dark beauties passing the secret messages. But nothing of that sort happened when he met Ossible, and he was disappointed. He got disappointed to see Ossible, as Ossible was different from the other secret agents. For the first thing, Ossible was not physically fit. He was so fat. Apart from that, his sloppy dressing up style, as these secret agents, they used to be always properly dressed, tuxedo suit and all that, but our secret agent Ossible, he is so casually dressed. Apart from that, the way of speaking of a secret agent used to be so perfect, but our secret agent Ossible, his way of speaking is not perfect in a way, although he used to speak French and German both, but he had that American accent in that which he had brought 20 years back from America. So all in all, Fowler was disappointed to see him. So finally, Ossible took him to his room and he asked him to cheer up. And he knew that his guest was now bored. Fowler was bored also. That he was expecting to meet some real secret agent only, which he has imagined only, but he was not of that type. And further, he told that now there will be some thrill, ready for that thrill, because he was expecting a important paper regarding some missiles only, and for which many men and women have risked their lives. As they got in, and Ossible switched on the light of the room, Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. Half across of the room, there was a man standing with a small automatic pistol in the hand pointed towards them. So for few seconds only, Ossible blinked his eyes and then he recognized that it was Max only. He asked another secret agent. He asked him that what he was doing there, and he said that he thought that he was in Berlin only. But talking about Max, he was very clear. Max has that crafty, fox-like cleverness in him. He was a thin like a fellow, but not so tall. He told him that he had come to take that secret report regarding the missiles which uh, which Ossible was to receive that night, and that after that he would go from there. Now at that time only, Ossible sat on the sofa, and and then he started talking to Fowler. However, Fowler at this time is totally in shock, and he got angrily. Ossible said that this is the second time somebody had got into my room through that balcony, and he pointed toward the window. But Max replied that no, he had not got into the room through the balcony. He said that he did not even know about that there is any balcony or anything like that. If he had known about it, that would have been saved him from some trouble. And then he showed the pass key. So the pass key that he had come into the room through that pass key. He had arranged the pass key. As they were talking, at that time there was a knock at the door, and Fowler got totally shocked. First of all, there is a man in the room with a automatic pistol pointed toward them, and somebody knocked at the door. He sensed danger, but Ossible, he smiled only and he said, okay, that must be police only. He said that as he was expecting that some documents that night, so he thought for some extra protection, and he had only asked the police to check whether everything was fine or not. Now he pointed towards Max. He said that, now Max, what are your plans now? What will you do? He said that if he would not open the door, the police will definitely get in, as the door is not also locked, and they would not hesitate to shoot even, as he had asked for the protection. So what he would do? At that time, Max, he had totally got frustrated and angry also. So he backed, having the pistol toward them, he backed toward the window, as he had come to know now that there is a balcony. And he backed, and then reaching to the window, he put his one leg out of the window. Then there was the knocking at the door became louder and louder. At that time, Max caught hold of the window frame, and put his second leg also out of the window, but the gun still towards Ossible. And then he threatened that, ask them to go away, ask the police to go away, otherwise I will shoot. So as he saw that the door of the noob was twisted, now Max released the window frame and he dropped himself onto the balcony. As he dropped himself, there came a shrill cry, scream, and then the door opened. There was just a waiter only with the tray and a bottle of wine and glasses. So Ossible was sitting calmly only there, but now Fowler, he was in totally shock, and he asked, what about the police? Where's the police? And Ossible told him that, man, relax, there's no police, and that's a waiter only. I had ordered for the wine. But then it's okay, the police is not there, but then Max is there in the balcony, he would come back. He said, oh, relax about him also, there is no balcony there also. So actually what was that? That was all the trick played by Ossible, the secret agent. All of a sudden, just by talking about taking the advantages of the moments only, his presence of mind, he has that great presence of mind that he made plans at once only, and he befooled Max. He convinced Max that there really was a balcony. How did he, there is a separate question also, how did he make believe Max that there was a balcony? First of all, he pointed himself that he had come through the balcony, through that window. However, there was no balcony. Further, he continued that he had complained to the management about that also, as second time somebody had got into the room through that balcony. And further, he continued to make him believe by saying that that room was a part of a big apartment, and the balcony did not belong to him, but that was the balcony of the another room only, which is attached to his room also outside. So by saying these things only, he convinced Max that really there was a balcony, and he befooled him and saved himself also, and definitely he would get the reports also. So actually this is all about the Midnight's Visitor. Thank you.